Most businesses fail. In fact, 1 in 5 businesses fail within the first year. There are a number of reasons why these businesses fail. For example, a lack of cash flow, founders building solutions for problems that don't exist, businesses don't adapt to consumer behavior, or just poor leadership and a lack of skills. But there are in fact 5 types of businesses that do not fail. And this is backed by research and data from across the globe. And in this video, I'll walk you through those 5 businesses and how they do it. Let's go. Number 1, Laundromats. This business has a success rate of 95%. Starting a laundromat business can be a great venture due to its simplicity and relatively low startup cost. Laundromats are straightforward to operate, and research shows that they have a staggering 95% success rate across the globe. You don't need millions to get started. The primary expense involves securing a location and purchasing the necessary machines to operate. Operating expenses remain low since laundromats typically require only a few employees. The machines do the work for you. However, there are crucial considerations to ensure success. One of the most important factors is location. A laundromat must be situated in an area where there's high foot traffic and ease of access. And another thing to note is specifically low competition. Safety is also paramount for both the customers and the machines, so either having a security guard or cameras is essential. Additionally, understanding your customer base is key. Knowing who will use your machines on a weekly basis allows you to cater to their needs and their preferences. Who can you target that don't have washing machines or dryers in their homes? For example, opening a laundromat in a student accommodation can be quite smart, as you won't need marketing costs to get in foot traffic. Number 2, rental property businesses. This has a success rate of 85%. Investing in rental property is a straightforward business model that involves hard assets. The concept is simple. You take out a bond to purchase a property, you rent it out, and the difference between the rental income and the bond payments is your gross profit. One of the advantages of this business is leverage. Depending on your earnings, you might be able to secure a 100% bond. This business can also be passive income if you get an agent to manage the rentals and tenant requirements. Once more, location is key. Which areas will people always be looking to rent in? And as always, safety is a factor. Maintenance will also be required. Even though you can get an agent to manage your property, you will still have to pay for broken pipes or even leaks in roofs. Number 3, transportation. More specifically, last mile delivery service. This has a success rate of over 76%. The rise in e-commerce has led to an increase in demand for last mile delivery services. Consumers are buying online more than ever before and expect to receive their purchases as quick as possible. This has created a significant opportunity in the delivery sector. While there's still competition, finding a niche can help you carve out a successful business. The key here is to really partner with successful e-commerce businesses. Once you secure a contract, it's crucial to focus on customer service, ensuring that goods are being delivered on time and with no damage. Being hands-on in managing operations can make a significant difference in customer satisfaction and, of course, business growth. You can also rent your vehicles until you make enough revenue to buy your own. Number 4, vending machines. This has a success rate of 90%. Now, I have a friend, this guy, who told me about the vending machine game in South Africa. So I'm going to let him explain how vending machines work and how this can be a lucrative business. Yanni, why do you think that vending machines are such a lucrative business?
Lucrative business. I think the allure is the passiveness of vending machines. If you look on YouTube or on Google, the first thing coming up is work once a week, get lots of cash. So it's definitely a business that's perceived to be super passive and lucrative in the same sense. So I think that's the main reasons. People think you can do not a lot of work, but a lot of cash. And it can be true, but definitely can't be true as well.
And in terms of starting off, does it require a lot of capital? And what's your advice to someone that's starting off that wants to get into the vending machine game?
So to give you an idea, vending machines can be super expensive, right? Like if you're buying a brand new machine in South Africa, it can be close to the price of a new car. It can be 100K for a new car, so that's a lot of capital. But in the second-hand market, there are options for less, but then you're sitting with the issue of a broken machine or maintenance, and there's not a lot of expertise that's affordable in South Africa for it. So the main issue in Africa and South Africa as a whole is that there's no manufacturers in Africa, right? So everything we have here is either imported from China or Spain or wherever it is. So that's expensive, right? Something breaks, shucks, 5K here, 5K there, and soon enough you don't make any money. So, but there are other options. So our company is one of the only companies in South Africa that rents machines to individuals. Our team vets the people renting the machines, make sure the background is kosher. And with no capital down, you can operate a machine. So there are definitely options that we saw gap to. Is like, who wants to put down 100K for a machine, right? Like no one. Like in our market, who has money for that? Not a lot of our guys. So that's the gap in the market we saw, and we're trying to cater to that. There's not, yeah. So you can with no money down. You come to our company, say, listen, we got a hospital, and we're going to put a machine there, and we're like, cool. We'll do a viability check with you at the site. Look at the site. Do you think, in our experience, can you make money? And if the answer is yes, then we can rent a machine to you. So with no money down, you can operate a vending machine. So there are options in South Africa.
And which locations do well, and which locations wouldn't you advise people to put vending machines in?
Yeah, that's a great question. So that's one of the first questions I ask clients once they get a site. It's like, listen, where do you want to put the machine? So typically schools do fantastic. So to make it practical for your audience, some schools like hostels can do like R1,000 a day in revenue. And with margins in the vending machines, you're looking at a 50% margin, 40% margin. So that's not a bad amount of money to make. So schools are great, the hostels. So it all comes down to the amount of feet you have on site. Like if there's a lot of people walking past the machine, is it a captive audience? Is there competition, right? Like is there a tuck shop nearby? All those things play into making a good site. So naturally, the resulting answer is hospitals are great sites. There's staff working 24/7. The tuck shops close. So in our experience, hospitals do great, factories do great. So there's a lot of sites that can potentially do super well. And like I said, some of our clients can make R1,000 a day in revenue. That's like 30K from one machine a month. So there is definitely great sites, but there are also very poor sites. Poor sites would be your mechanic stores where there's 10 guys working there. We have clients phoning in, listen, we put a machine there, and I tell them no. There's no money to be made there, right? So so we test a lot of sites, so that's definitely the sites that do well. Lots of feet, lots of traffic, and captive audience. That all plays into a great site.
And are there any safety concerns? Have you had any incidences happen with machines getting broken?
Yeah, so as you can imagine, Africa is a different animal, right? Like this is not Europe or Africa where they don't shake machines. Yeah, they shake machines. So we operated a few machines at the public hospital. And the amount of times we had the machine shaken, I can't recall. So many times, like we've gotten our machine, it was in the corner of a wall, and once we got there, the machine was in the middle. 4 guys busy rocking the machine. Looking for a knick-knack, and I was like, what the flip, guys? So that's an instance. So there's so many instances people vandalizing machines, right? Like, South Africa's market, especially low-income guys, like, you don't understand how important R2 is to them, right? If a R2 gets jammed, it's something I had to learn. It's like, I get very angry with them. Why do you shake my machine for R2? But to them, it's so important, right? So they'll shake your machine, they'll break the glass. So there is a lot of concerns like that, but that all plays into your due diligence. With any business, you have to do your research. Is the good site? Is there a camera on the site maybe? We got a camera and they still rocked our machine. And so there's a lot of instances like that, like a lot of factors. With this rain now that outside you're hearing, we had a machine that was flooded. So everything broke. So there's a lot of risks involved, and that's, again, why we saw the value of like giving individuals the opportunity to rent from us, where we have the system in place of everything that goes wrong, we fix it, and there's no risk to the client besides restocking and having a slow site.
Number 5, self-storage facilities. This has a success rate of 92%. Self-storage facilities cater to individuals who need extra space to store their belongings. This business can be profitable, especially when you focus on a niche market. Key factors for success include choosing a location with high demand, ensuring high security, and providing automated entry and exit for convenience. But starting with your own property can minimize initial cost. Why not turn your garage or spare room into a storage facility? Or you can lease out a property, charge a margin on the rental, for example, sublet it to someone who needs storage space. Understanding the needs of your customers and providing a secure, easy accessible storage solution will help you build a successful storage business. This does not have to be complicated and does not have to cost you initial capital to get started. These were just some examples of the most successful types of businesses globally. If your business is not one of these top 5s, I urge you to do research to answer this question: why can my business fail?